Hello, hello. This is my English speaking practice, and yeah, I'm talking about my personal project, my original online board game. Yeah, and today I'm talk about planning for development. Yeah, and also this the main purpose of this video is to improve my speaking. So these days I'm I'm tend to focus on development. So yeah, today I pay attention to speak English correctly, and yeah, I want to improve improve the way I speak in English. So I'm going to use ChatGPT more. Yeah, and yeah, I want to speak correctly and in detail. Yeah, and today also I'm not going to develop, and I'm talking about plan. Uh, yeah, and there is a roadmap, and yeah, in this month already many feature is implemented, but I haven't checked it. I haven't tested these features, so I need to test these features, and uh, yeah, and my friends here are interested in playing this game, and my friends and my colleagues, yeah. So the opportunity to play this game is going up, so I want to I want to make it more secure to play, secure or uh, the I mean make the game easy to play. So yeah, sometimes the bug happens and the game stopped, and yeah, the game is stopped, and they cannot play anymore. So it's a tragedy. So I avoid that. I avoid that. So yeah, the it is fun to think about the game design, but the most important thing is make the game easy to play, and um, the other my friends or colleagues can play at uh, at any time. I I want to I want to make it in good quality, and yeah. So I'm planning to implement the test feature, which is executed every time that changes are made. So it is called E2E test. E2E stands for end to end. So yeah, in the software development, the E2E test is sometimes implement it, and yeah, it's variable 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 for the application that that tend to be modified so many times. So yeah, last month I played this game with my friends in Japan, and after that I have changed a lot like this. And last week I my colleagues and I played the game, but the bug happens and can't play it. So I make sure the game goes well. Yeah, and I want to make it check automatically. So yeah, I'm going to solve this problem. Yeah, and but for now, I have no idea. I have not exact idea, so I'm consult with ChatGPT, and I want to decide how to implement the E2E test. Yeah. As you can see, the unit test is implemented like this, and this is a unit test. So this is for the check for a specific feature, one feature. Yeah, but and also this is about server side module. Yeah, server side module uh, is correct or not. Yeah, but I want to test the screen. So yeah, I think this is difficult, and I haven't I haven't experienced uh, these kind of tests. So yeah, how to implement? I'm think about. So I asked ChatGPT, and yeah, maybe I don't need to test on the test screen. Yeah, ideally I want to test the screen, but it might be so difficult. So I have I have to choose the options to check the process. So I want to implement E2E test for my original online ball game. Can you list a way to do that and compare those ways? Go. To implement end-to-end testing for your original online board game, there are several variable approaches and tools you can choose from. Here's a breakdown of common methods, how they differ, and when you might choose one over another. Browser or automation tools. Yeah. I have heard of this. Yeah, but I think these would be difficult. And hmm. Headless browser for simulation. Hmm. This is also cool way to test. Yeah. Yeah, this way is close to current unit test. Yeah, I can extend the unit test for a long situation and simulation and all of the game process. I can make this way. A manual visual regression recording. Check if visual UI changes after a change. Yeah. Playwright or Cypress for simulating user actions. Okay. But I don't think browser automation is not is needed. I don't think so. Um, the problem is to stop the game. So there must be an error. So it's enough to test the it's enough to test the server side. Yeah, don't need to browser and screen for now. Yeah. The important thing is to cover the patterns in the test. Yeah, because I talked yesterday maybe display of density. No. Oh, I didn't talk yesterday. I think for example, I made a change that the player first location is decided randomly. So So the condition is changing. Condition is changed. So yeah, the there is a possibility to happen. Embug, possibility to embug, and yeah. So I want to choose best way. Hmm. And I have developed a tool to help debugging, like this. So I think this is useful, and I want to use this tool for debug. But yeah, I think there is a room to improve how to debug and test. Yeah. So I want to make sure the game is fine and no bug. Yeah, players can play at any time. So how to automate the process. The most realistic way is to extend the current test project. For example, this is one of the tests. Should add resources when a player moves to a mine cell, and this code is set the game state, and and this execute action, move action, and Alice move to one point. And after that, the game state is should be updated to expected value, like that. So the easiest way is to extend these functions. Yeah. And also I changed the rules. Yeah. Yeah, in this page the game is ended in 27 minutes of real time, but I have changed the condition. There is a concept about time that is called logical time, and logical time is measured in the unit of time to move one motor. So I can we can make it easy to set the end of the time in this game. So yesterday the logical time is the 127. I made a decision about the game duration. Yeah, but we can change this value for the test. Yeah, so now we can adjust the game duration for the test. So I think we can create a lot of test scenario end to end. Yeah, and yeah, in the scenarios, to should focus on the various features and various conditions should be set. So yeah, I don't need to implement browser automation test. Yeah, browser automation test is cool, but now not needed, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I should create E2E tests. But the maintenance cost of E2E test is high. Yeah, browser automation test is also high, but yeah, end to end test is always high to always difficult to maintain. Yeah, because they contains whole of the processes. Yeah, so if I change something, even very small, yeah, I need to update the E2E test. But yeah, it's important to make sure the game is fine. There is no bug. So yeah, I'm going with this way. Game specific simulation scripts. If your game has a well structured game engine or logic layer, write node based test scripts to simulate turns and scenarios. Yeah. But the cons, disadvantage of this way is not to check your client side module. Yeah, so there are some components that is actionable. So yeah, ideally I want to test it as well, because yeah, can you click it, or yeah, can you the UI is shown correctly or something like that. Yeah. But in this way, regarding UI, we can test it a little bit. A little bit we can test about UI state, because the game state has information about UI like this, and this object has notifications or required actions, and that is information about UI, this area, and these messages are called notification. This is a just notification. So yeah, I think not bad. Yeah, to test game rules, victory conditions, and edge cases. Yeah, combine with browser test for full coverage. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The advantage, the main advantage is to be able to test edge cases. Yeah. So yeah, I've decided choose this method to test, to end test. And yeah, I should update the roadmap, because the game end condition changed. Yeah, real time to logical time. So I add a new release, and I have so I'm going to code a bit, although I said I'm not going to code today, but I just found I need to. Game design explained, and time game duration. Game duration is changed. Game duration. Logical time. Used for game duration. Until now, the real time is game duration was calculated using the actual time. Now the game duration is calculated using the logical time. All good, but version would be 112. This feature is not included in 111, so yeah, I just update. But it, yeah. Yeah, and I should show the current version, maybe. Yeah. So I should here. The flex, and so yeah. And version, current version, like this. Oh, this is not localhost. And I want to write to here, right on the right side of here, right side これの右側に press this to the right side, on the right of it, on the right of it. I want to place this on the right side of it. So I need to class name flex like that, but I want to align the underline. How to I don't know. Let's ask. What is a change? XCOM. This is not good. Yeah. Yeah. I want to make these low and can that make sense? I think this is not correct, and other property never changed, so yeah. Items center and padding top 2. Getting better. And margin left is 8. Too far. Like this. Not bad. Okay. And next. We have added a new test to check if the game is working correctly. We plan to add a new test to check if the game working correctly. This is a system design. Okay. This might be happen in June, but yeah, it's okay. Okay. So today I want to change this. I want to implement this feature because I wrote this game design and the time is the game the time for one game to be the game ends at 127 logical time units, so yeah, I needed to like this. And also this value would be configurable for debug. Yeah, so I can make so that I can change this value before the game starts. So let's change and game 1 and game end game end game end game end turn end. This is a function for the turn ending. So yeah, and this is the condition about game ending. So I just change this condition, and this condition expect the real time exists and start time exists, and the difference between your time and start time, the difference is larger than the game duration minutes. Yeah. But the game duration minutes I want to change this, so I search these words in this project. There are three places to use, and I change game duration, logical time, yeah, and I change game duration, logical limits, and the constant should be changed logical time, and the default value should be 127 minutes. This value is 7 bit 2 power of 7 is 128, and but the counter contains a 0, so 128 minus 1 is 127. This is the default value, and it comes from the background settings. And game duration, logical time, yeah, and game duration, logical time, and just compare. Real time is not needed for now, I think. Now real time is no need to use. I see, this is needed, still needed, because there is a time limit for taking actions. In order to check the time limit, time deadline, to calculate the deadline, real time is needed. So I don't remove this field, I add a new field about counter of the logical time. Yeah, so I want to add the field here. And the logical time should be initialized at 0, and every movement logical time passes, so I need to increment this value. And yeah, so the logical time, but the difference is logical time passes every movement, so this check shouldn't be executed in here. This is a turn and handler, so in a turn the player spends one or more logical time, because the player can move 2 or 3 movements, can move of 2 or 3 water nodes. So we should move this process to proper place, and that would be move or yeah. In this handler, destinations are given, and this is an array, so this might have multiple destinations. So every destinations, this process is executed. This is a task, and this task is enqueued to the task queue. So, and this task is executed completely, the logical time is advanced by 1. So I shoot the process to move task handler. So this is the move task handler that takes the move task, and yeah, there is a lot of process, and yeah, as you can see, calculate the interest. Yeah, because the interest generates every logical time, so every movement the calculation of interest happen, and also we should check the game is ended or not, and the condition is logical time is larger than the game duration logical time that is set to before the match. I think this should be equal or greater than, maybe this the equal happen first because logical time increment by 1. So yeah, I think this is good. The game ended. The game end game handler is called, let's take a look, like where. Oh, I see. Game end game handler is doesn't exist. The game end, the process when the game ended is defined by another way. Yeah, it's a abnormal or an irregular function. And in turn and handler, this process is not needed. So and this should increase the logical time +1. Yeah, this is the definition. The logical time is defined to one movement of water node. So this handler is a process of movement, so the logical time passes by 1 here. Okay, and the real time is, I think game time is game time might express the logical time, but this field is initialized. Uh, this field is defined so uh, a long time ago. So I I didn't know this field, and this field is not used, I think. Yeah. Oh, used. Oh, I forgot it completely. So I don't need to logical time. Um, yeah. So we should. Yeah, the game time is incremented here, so I should game time. Yeah. Like this. And I thought I removed this process, but it's okay. An initializer like this, and this is removed. I see. Game logical time. Okay, I think all good. So let's check it. Check it out. Oh, one test one. But I think this is a compiler error. And should end the game when 30 minutes have passed. So this is outdated, so I want to change logical time have passed. So game duration logical time. Yeah, and no need to mock. The concept of time is abstracted, so we can count the number as a natural number. So here we should initial state game time should be set to 0 and move event oh no, I think 126. This value is the previous value of the end of the game. So set to 126 and the movement happened. So and time have passed and reached to 127. The update state will be game result is defined and winner is defined and money is defined. good. Good. Cool. So run game. All good. So let's commit the changes. Update game duration constant and related logic for improved gameplay mechanics. Renamed minutes to logical time to reflect logical time usage and update the referencing initializer, task handlers, and tests to ensure consistency with the new naming. Adjusted this game end condition to utilize a new logical time constant. Yeah, and I remember now the things hit me. Movement is another way to happen movement. In this case and in this case, when you use the train, the logical time passed 1 as well. So I need to the this condition also here. Yeah. So we check the game time, this property, and this two file is a test. So I need to move on train. Yeah, that's enough. All good. Okay. So other changes, but the commit message is good, still good. So commit. Okay. And okay, so next is to implement test, and I think the AI can create a test that is I want to create a kinds of so the important is to describe in detail about the test, and yeah, so yeah, for the test the game duration is set to 10 or 20 or like that, and I plan to create some kinds of scenario. Yeah, and each scenario has a 10 or 20 logical time for the game, and initialized yeah, but the difficult part is random features. For example, initial location of the player is random. So I think it should be fixed for the test, and mission generated the possibility to happen generate the possibility to generate missions is, yeah, the possibility is fixed, but the, yeah, possibility means random. So I should the configuration of the possibility. So yeah, I can make the configuration. I can make the possibility 100%, so the mission happens. And yeah, but I needed to specify the type of mission to generate for the test. So yeah, this is the difficult part. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. For now, this is a function to configure the game state for the tests. So today I'm going to create a document to explain what I want to implement, what tests I want to implement. Yeah. In order to create a document, I use ChatGPT, and the document is generated by ChatGPT, and I'm going to feed into Cursor. Cursor is the editor, this editor here. Yeah, this is an effective way to implement a test. So chat with ChatGPT. Yeah, I wanted to I choose, and I already implemented this kinds of unit test. So I can extend the current unit test to E. I want AI to implement it. I want AI to implement it. So I need to describe how the E to E test is. Please define how E2E tests are structured and executed in this project using logic level simulation scripts that mimic real gameplay, including multiplayer interaction. Rows. Okay. So mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I want to copy your output. So can you output in Markdown code block format? Good. E2E document, and I add this, and I want to change this document. Yeah. Selfish. And the purpose to define how end-to-end tests and structured and executed anywhere using logic level simulation scripts. Yeah. And the test strategy overview. E2E tests are implemented. Yeah. Simulate full game sessions, including but the player join and leave is not needed. And game setup. The player joined. This is needed. The game setup phase is before the game starts. So the player can update the game settings. So this is correct. And full turn by turn flow, this is correct. Rule enforcement. I don't know this meaning. Rule enforcement. Yeah, I know this words, but I don't know I can't get this meaning. And victory condition is also good. Edge cases is good. Invert when disconnects. Disconnects is not needed. Yeah, like that. And rather than using broader automation, tests interact with the game engine directly. Yeah. The system architecture summary. The game engine. Yeah. But I want to refer to these. So I can create a E2E.spec, create a skeleton for the E2E tests. Yeah. And game one rule, but selfish E2E, and before yeah. according to the document. Yeah. Shit. Okay. And system architecture summary, game engine, server client, transport layer. Not needed. Game engine. Yeah, there is a game engine, and the engine is initialized every test case, and yeah, set up and game start and turn based and next. Yeah, so engine execute actions. So I need to explain this game engine, how to use game engine. Yeah. So in this scenario, we are going to test from start game. This is called when the game starts. Yeah, and after that, all of the requests is executed by this method. So yeah, this only two method is used. So I will explain start game and execute action. So the component is game engine summary and method. Start game and this is correct. Execute action, start game. But the start game is defined. I don't think engine dot start game. Oh, I see. Where this method is? Game engine and simulator. But this is yeah. Oh, I see. I need to this and the start game. It's good. So the on start game is called this method, just calling on start game. So on start game is so on start game is implemented in this module, so don't worry about this. Start game and oh, the camera battery is running out. And I think I should write a scenario here. So and so I can start game just calling and start game. execute action is used for the request on the web. Yeah. Good. E2E test definition. Test type, simulation-based game test and powerful player interactions and game outcomes through direct API or function call. No, not direct API or function call. Simulation-based game tests that validate full player interactions and game through with the game ending with the in-depth game package. Good. All good. Set up for scenario when game starts. So and format written in Node.js. Referring to please refer to source specs which is unit tests, but E2E similar. Have a same structure. And describe before each and default configure E2E configure need to yeah need to create E2E configure and the this is the name and description is written in comment and set up for scenario. Scenario begins and ends in start game. Yeah. And if example A2E test scenarios for two-player match, normal rules ending in victory. Uh, Two players are not allowed. Three-player match with a player disconnecting. This connection is we don't need to think about disconnections. Game ends via alternative win condition. Yeah, this description I need to write this, and how the AI can implement it. Entry points, internal hooks, AI. Yeah. If you are using WebSocket doc, I see. This information is very important. And test output format. Each test must verify no internal errors thrown and game finishes within the turn time limit. Winner is correct. Yeah. So I need to first of all, I want to update the section. I have unit tests that has similar structure, so I will tell you the code and structure. After that, can you update the section? So this is the E to E, and for example, yeah, like this, and unit tests, sample unit tests, E to perfect. Thanks. Based on your existing game unit test structure, is the update version section. not bad. Reusing unit test structure, E2E test will extend the same structure on the infrastructure of the existing unit tests using game ends. Oh, the camera battery running out, remaining 5%. Okay, so I'm going to finish, and document looks nice. Yeah. The test structure template is like this, and suggested implementation for AI. Simulate full rounds by sequencing execute action calls for multiplayers. Yeah, this is correct. And avoid AI concerns. Test logic only. Yeah, but actually, the game state has UI information. So in that meaning, in the terms of in the view of this, the UI concern should be can be tested, but it's okay. And use get state frequently to verify intermediate or final state. Yeah, it is not incorrect, but execute action return the state, the latest state. So this sentence is not good. And create helper functions like simulation and this is gonna be helpful. And keynotes test should reference scenario idea like and scenarios can be seeded with specific ball player state by calling before. Yes, and focus on meaningful game flows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good update. But the remaining problem is to handle randomness. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for watching, and today it's time to finish. Yeah.